Yo, what is up guys, Claudius Nova here and welcome to this very first episode of Kebab Critic. You might have been wondering what this is all about. Well, it says it in the name. It's about kebab and we're gonna be critical about it. So there are all of these kebab stores lately. You most likely noticed some of them somewhere around your city unless you've been living under a rock for a while. They're pretty hard to miss. But with all this hype and countless options to choose from, which ones are actually worth checking out and which ones you should probably skip to save a few bucks? And that's the goal with this series, so without any further ado, let's jump right into it. And we're going to start it all off in this first episode with probably the most hyped kebab in all of Hamburg, Germany. Sel Kebap. Let's see what it's all about. So Sel Kebap, as you might know, has in the past been rated the best kebab in Hamburg, Germany by the popular German newspaper Bild. They own a total of 5 kebab stores around the city, located in Eimsbüttel, Billstedt, Eilbeck, Winterhude and another one, the most known of them all, at Sternschanze. Fun fact, this is also where they're currently working on their newest store, codenamed Sel's Chicken, which has been under construction for a bit more than a year now, so no one really knows exactly at this point what it's all going to be about. They're keeping it quite secret, but you can quote me on this one. It's gonna be about chicken. So first thing you notice when you enter their store, apart from the smell, is your waiting time. Most certainly you will always have to wait, no matter what time you get there. And according to the rumors, you can expect an even huger queue at the lounge of Sel's Chicken. So if you want to be first in line, better get those chairs ready. When it comes to the store by itself, it really isn't anything special. Very small, nothing fancy, options to dine in aren't great by any means, but even if it's just a knockoff brand, they managed to fit their Gerät in there. In fact, 2 of them. And since you can clearly tell that this store is being built for takeaway, you gotta give them credit though. Good use of space, it's tight. When it comes to the stuff, it's usually averagely friendly, but can get a little grumpy during rush hour. Fair enough though. But how about the kebab? Well, you can't order a kebab without first checking out their selection. And here's what they got. 5 sauces to choose from. They offer tzatziki, herbs, spicy hot, curry, as well as curry pineapple. 2 types of meat. You have your classic beef and chicken. A little less than average veggie selection, offering only lettuce, red cabbage, onion and tomatoes. And 2 varieties of bread, which is definitely still above average, but has become more and more popular over the past. Wheat and whole grain. Also, if you're down for it, they usually top it up with a squeeze of lemon. And you have the option to add some fried veggies and cheese. But it's gonna cost you a little extra. Totally worth it though. So now you made up your mind, and everyone has a different taste. That's fine, I get it. I went with the classic wheat bread. Beef, all the veggies they have, including the fried ones, some cheese, a squeeze of lemon, and 3 sauces. Tzatziki, hot, and curry. Coming in at a total of 550 grams with about 1200 calories a piece. So I think this is probably the point in the video where we should all just take a moment to appreciate the aesthetically pleasing design of this kebab. Looking at the outside of it, you can tell that this bread is thin, like wallpaper thin. 3.5 millimeters to be exact. It's even thinner than most of LG's OLEDs. And the way they were able to pull this off is by toasting the bread under extreme pressure, which also gave it this rough matte finish for a solid grip in the hand. Alright, that's all cool and stuff, but then you open this thing up and there's obviously no way you can just take a bite out of it without dropping at least half of the internals on the ground or table, depending where you eat at. And that's where the fork comes into play. It's nothing necessary, but a nice accessory to have, which will make your whole experience with the kebab much more enjoyable. Trust me on that one. Speaking about enjoyable, this thing is tasty, and a big part of that is that 3 sauce setup, which is being absorbed perfectly by the smoother inner layer of the bread, which creates just the right base for your toppings to sit in. So yeah, what about these toppings? Are they any good? I mean, the veggies and cheese. You can't do much wrong with these, right? And I've gotta say, for what they've got, they're really hitting the nail here. The only thing I'd like to see to improve in a future update would probably be the selection, but maybe we can get that in 2020. And then there are also the fried veggies. They're kind of like your S upgrade over the regular kebab. Super tasty, a little more pricey, but for those who are a bit more hungry and don't care too much about the money, they've got you covered. This one's for you. Alright, so I've been talking all this time and I've probably made you wait way too long, and it's probably one of the things you've all been waiting for, most likely one of the most hyped things about this kebab. The kebab itself. For beginners, the meat. And this is where people usually split apart. You're either on team beef or team chicken. Rumors have been told that some might even do both, but I don't know about that. Well, I'm on team beef 100% all the way, and that's mainly because there's more meat and less fat. Chicken might be better for the ecosystem, but you always gotta make a few compromises, no matter which team you're on. When it comes to taste, it's definitely more on the tasty side of things. Like I said, if you go with the beef version, expect much less fat than the other way around, but this holds true for any kebab, no matter where you get it, which to me is always a no-brainer. We're also not missing out on the spices. They aren't overwhelming, but noticeable. You can tell they are there, but I'm sure there's still a bit of headroom to improve on in the future. And for those people who prefer an old traditional hand-sliced kebab, you're sadly out of luck here. Their somewhat knockoff Gerät makes every slice look and taste exactly the same, which might be good for some people, but not so for others. So there you have it, you've got your whole package. And when it comes to my 5 pillars that make a great kebab, which are bread, veggies, sauces, meat and price, which we haven't talked about yet, it almost hits them all. So I recommend it. Give it a try. But it's still, miles away from the top of the line flagship kebabs that you can get for much less money in Kebab Valley, Berlin. Period. But when it comes to Hamburg, without any doubt, it's solid. Is it the best kebab in Hamburg, Germany for 4.80 without fried veggies and cheese? Probably not. But it's also not that bad either. You see, the German newspaper Bild only tested 10 kebab stores around Hamburg, and that was way back in 2011. Kebab has come a long way since then, and there are even more options to choose from today than there were back then. So you might be better off trying a different store that satisfies your specific needs. Maybe you're that guy that wants to eat his kebab fresh and hot right where you got it with a little bit of comfort. In this case, you're most likely better off somewhere else. But if you just want to have a solid kebab on your way home after a night out drinking, they've got you covered. So that's been it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace!